Hey guys, wanted to give you some updated information on the Louisiana National Guard. First off, I want to let you guys know that Louisiana National Guard has a proud history over 300 years long of depriving citizens of their constitutional rights. I won't go all the way back as far as, say, the 60s when they were being obnoxious and out of control. Let's stick to, say, you know, something in the 2000s, like Hurricane Katrina, where they went door to door disarming homeowners, taking their weapons so that they couldn't defend themselves and protect themselves. Now, when they were sued about this and it was revealed that it was unconstitutional what they did, the reply of the Louisiana National Guard was, we were just following orders. Now remember what the Nazis said after they executed millions and millions of people, World War II, we were just following orders. It didn't work at Nuremberg, it doesn't work now. But there was not a single member of the Louisiana National Guard prosecuted for their wrongdoing. I have to wonder how many homeowners were robbed, murdered, etc. by roving gangs of looters and stuff because they were disarmed. Yep, that's the Louisiana National Guard and their proud history. So on to what we have before us now. Some people have asked me about old Sergeant Major Rufus, wanting to know, because he is a Pineville police officer also, was he acting as a Pineville police officer or as a member of the National Guard? Well, he didn't introduce himself as a Pineville police officer, nor did he show a badge. He introduced himself as Command Sergeant Major Rufus Jones. But my belief is that he was acting on behalf of the National Guard. General Curtis of the Louisiana National Guard has a standing policy that any citizen caught in the vicinity, not on post, in the vicinity of any National Guard post may be seized, taken on post, and held for 72 hours incommunicado. No lawyer, no calling your family to let them know where you are, none of that. Held incommunicado for 72 hours while they investigate and determine who you are, what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. So if your kid's walking down the street playing Pokemon Go and they think that's suspicious, they may, on a whim, okay, because there's no oversight on this, they may, on a whim, snatch your kid up off the street and hold them for 72 hours, not allow them to call you, yada, yada, yada. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your defenders of freedom in Louisiana. And if you are not appalled by that mere policy, if you are not insulted as an American, because I'll tell you, that is a slap in the face to freedom everywhere. Seriously. The attitude that I'm getting from the lower enlisted, and I've spoken to some that have messaged me asking me questions and stuff, because they were getting lied to by the National Guard. So they were smart enough to message me and ask me for the truth. And I sent them links to the video before I had even released it so that they could see that they were being lied to. The attitude I'm getting from the lower enlisted is pretty good. I will give them that. The problem is in management. Your sergeant majors, your first sergeants, your generals, your colonels, your captains. More than one of them has told me that they are not servants of the people. More than one of them, almost every single one of them, as a matter of fact, has told me that my rights mean nothing to them. They've come out and said it. And apparently, the only people that have rights in Louisiana are people that are members of the Fraternal Order of Police. They care about them. but they don't care about you or I. This is the slave owner mentality. This is the slave owner way of doing things. So the Louisiana National Guard, you know, basically that's their position. They are slave owners, and you and I are their slaves. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to change. These people are going to be shown that they are servants of the people. If I have to do it by myself, I will, but I'm very fortunate in that I have you guys backing me up. There's a lot of stuff still going on that you'll see in the upcoming weeks. I now have the GIS survey of the property. Needless to say, they were wrong. I'll post a picture of it in the video right here in just a second. What I want you to know is that everything in green is post property. Everything that's clear is public property. The red line you see running down the picture is the Pineville city limits. Everything from that red line going back towards the purple is Pineville city limits. Everything outside that red line, including the spot where I was standing, is not. I've reached out to the Pineville Police Department for clarification on this. They have refused to comment. Wonder why. I've reached out to National Guard for comment on this. They have refused comment. Wonder why. I don't know what to tell you guys. I am pretty discouraged and disgusted with what I'm seeing coming out of the Louisiana National Guard. The behavior, the attitudes is atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And the Pineville Police Department, who claims to be responsive to the community, and in this day and age, your community is not where you live. It is a global community, thanks to social media and whatnot. Pineville Police Department routinely hangs up on people who call to express concerns about what they saw, rather than address the issue. And I contacted their public relations officer, and I also contacted the chief and offered to assist them in drafting a press release that would address the concerns that you may have, without admitting any guilt or anything like that. It's not what this is about. It was about putting something out that acknowledged that, hey, we're looking at this because it could be a problem. Instead, they want to bury their heads in the sand. And the same thing happened with the National Guard when I reached out to them. They want to bury their heads in the sand and hope it all goes away. You've seen what they've done on Facebook, deleting comments, you know, yada, yada, yada. This is the work of cowards who refuse to be accountable to the people. Their only interest is being accountable to the Fraternal Order of Police, who are, for all intents and purposes, viewed as a domestic terrorist organization by a lot of people. I'm not anti-union, that's not it. But a union that protects bad people, yes, I'm against that. So, you know, but in Louisiana, Fraternal Order of Police pretty much owns that state. They have their own special license plates so they can cash in on their blue privilege. If you're a FOP supporter, there's a special license plate for you so you can cash in on your blue privilege. It is sickening, absolutely sickening. You talk about public corruption, yeah, there it is. And we're going to see what we can do about that too. There'll be some stuff coming up in the future that I'll need you guys to help me with. It's that time. It really is. If they're going to fight accountability, if they're going to refuse to be responsive to our needs, okay, then we have no obligation to them. And an affront to liberty anywhere is an affront to liberty everywhere. And I mean that. So, what else? What else? I think I covered all the quick questions for you guys. If you put something down in the comment section, I'll try and get to it for you. I wanted to give a quick shout out to the Rapides Rapides Parish Sheriff's Department. Okay, so after I was arrested, I was stuck at the Pineville Police Department for quite a while. Word got out that I'd been arrested. By the time I got to the Sheriff's Department, the jail, they had already received a bunch of phone calls. As a matter of fact, while I was there, they were receiving phone calls at the rate of about 400 per hour. Guys, thank you. I appreciate it. I have nothing but good things to say about Rapides Parish Sheriff's Department. They were professional. They did everything they could to make sure I got processed in quickly and to help me get a bondsman to take me to bond me out. While I was there, everything that I observed, they were dealing with some pretty difficult people, but they were respectful, and they were doing it right. And I have to say, of all the jails I've seen the inside of, county jails, city jails, whatever, the best has been the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Department. Many of you missed out. They actually allowed me to sit down and answer phone calls. I was answering calls, and I know they did it because they were getting hammered, and they couldn't keep up with the phone calls, but it was a stroke of genius. I mean, it is PR genius. Okay, these guys got a little snap. It's PR genius to let me answer the phones. I got to talk to a lot of you guys that were calling in, and I got to let you know I was okay. And I know many of you that were calling didn't get to talk to me. I mean, I could only answer one line at a time, and as quick as I answered one line and hung up, you know, that line was lit up again. You know, again, guys, it does an old man good to know that I got you guys behind me. But that Sheriff's Department, they may not be perfect, but they're doing it right as far as I can tell. As a matter of fact, one of their deputies had passed me while I was out there videoing, and that deputy heard I was in the jail, came to the jail to see me, and pointed out who he was and that I had videoed him. And I'm like, you know, so why didn't you stop? Why didn't you stop and you know, question me or detain me or arrest me? And he said, for what? You weren't breaking the law. You gotta love it, folks. You gotta love it. Anyhow, that is your quick update, and I will see you again soon and make you aware of other details as they become available. I will say that there are some people involved in this behind the scenes that you would be surprised if you knew about it. I am, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing. We've got to get the Louisiana National Guard under control. You know, they upper management has got to learn. You serve the people, whether they come from Louisiana or California or whatever. If they are in your state, you have an obligation. You swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. That's my rights. That's the rights of every person, even if they're just visiting Louisiana. You have an obligation to protect and defend their rights and respect their rights. And you're going to do it. I mean that. Sergeant Major Jones trespassed me from all property in the state that is belongs to Louisiana National Guard, so that I couldn't go and make a complaint against him. Not only did he trespass me from the property, I'm not permitted to be in the vicinity of their property. That's not going to work. I can tell you that right now. It's not going to work. So, Louisiana National Guard, get your arresters ready, because I'm coming back. I'm coming back to protest and seek redress from the government, and I am going to prosecute that to the fullest extent of the law. And if you want to silence me and chill the First Amendment, well, you're welcome to try. But the army that comes with me is a little bigger than you and has a little more clout than you realize. And that army is armed with the law. And if we have to take this into court and sue you guys till your eyelids turn green, we'll do that. But you're gonna respect the rule of law, you're gonna respect our rights, and you're gonna honor your oath to the Constitution. So help me God. Guys, see you again soon.